When I was 11 months old, I had my legs amputated. And my brother's a year and a half older than I am, and my sister's about 2 years younger than I am, so we're all very close, and we just grew up in a very normal life. My mother said to us in the morning, Cole, who's my brother, she said, you know, Cole, you put on your shoes, and Oscar, you put on your prosthetic legs, and that's the last I want to hear about it. So I grew up not really thinking I had a disability. I grew up thinking I had different shoes. And yeah, it was just kind of a very normal kind of life for me. I just played sports, and I was never really an academic from a young age, so sport was really the one thing that I loved. In 2003, I was playing a high school rugby game, and I was playing on the wing, and I had a kind of a late pass. The ball came very high, and as I caught the ball, I got tackled, and I hurt my knee. And it was fairly late in the afternoon, and the big school fixtures have got beer tents, so all the fathers had had a couple of beers, and they were kind of shouting, you know, walk it off, you know, don't be so soft. So I got up, and I was like, I was limping on my knee, and I was thinking, okay, you know, usually when something looked amiss or my ankle looked like it was twisted, it was a matter of filling out a medical aid card, and I'd get my leg back 2 days later. But this, I could really feel wasn't going to be 2 days. And what happened was I went through a couple of months of sports rehabilitation. And then in January 2004, I met up with a gentleman called Lowe, Abraham Lowe, and he's been my coach ever since, and he's coached several top Paralympic sprinters in the past, and South African hurdle champions, and I've learned a lot from him, and I'm still learning quite a bit. So I started running, and 3 weeks after I started, I broke my first Paralympic 100-meter record. And then 7 months later, I was in Athens for the Paralympic Games, and I got my first gold in the 200 there with the world record. And I started running from the beginning on the prosthetic leg, which I'm still using today, and it had been used since 1996 by some of the world's top Paralympic athletes. So yeah, I mean, I really just enjoyed running, and at that stage it was just fun, and it was just a way of getting fit for the rugby the following year, and it was really never meant to be anything that I was going to get stuck into. Well, I'd grown up competing against kids in my neighborhood at school, so I mean, I never saw a difference between disability and ability. I just kind of, you know, played sports. And then in 2007, my times were gradually improving every year to a point that I was able to run on my first international able-body event. So I just kind of progressed. You know, it wasn't that I started in 2007. I'd been running pretty much against the able-body guys in my town or in my region since 2004.